I've seen the world mutate and change around me.
Epilogue. Okay. Okay. Oh my word. I'm wondering if we're going to listen to the record one last time, but I don't think this is a reality that she should change. I don't want her to change this reality. This seems good. Although I did predict she'd do it one last time and end up erasing herself. Okay. Let's see. Let's see if it's ruined or if she has a happy lesbian ending. Okay, epilogue. I'm not gonna that word. Whatever that word is and however you pronounce that. The lane that climbs up towards the village is steep. The bus dropped me at the bottom at the junction with the main road. The glaring light of the June sun cast the terrain of the island into a stark relief, and the last few hundred yards left me to traverse seem almost monumental to my eyes. Oh, she's got a nice sundress on. I stopped for a while in the shade of an olive tree. The white plastered houses are sharply etched against the ultramarine of the Greek sky. Its quiet is absolute, punctured only by the cry of seagulls and the buzzing of insects. I start to climb again. The main street leads to a shady little square. On the northern side, a cafe with an awning. I go over. On the left, a group of old men sit around a table playing cards, cigarettes hanging from the corners of their mouth. On the right, a young woman drinks her coffee as she reads the local paper. Further away at the back, Ulysses watches me arrive. I walk over to him, trying to control the galloping of my heart. I'm not sure how I should behave, how I should greet him after all this time. Give a sign of affection. You did all this to bring him back from the dead. I bend down and kiss him on the cheek. He seems a little startled but says nothing. Did he expect more affection? Did he expect more reserve? I can't tell. I need closure with this Ulysses, the man who I used to know like the back of my hand, and I need to face the fact that we have become different people. Yes, you've become a lesbian! Yay! Not knowing what to say, I smile shyly. He smiles back at me, and relenting, he breaks the silence. Alice. Then it's my turn to acknowledge him, to affirm that I know who he is, as he's done for me. Ulysses. Thanks for coming. He raises his hand to attract the attention of the waiter near our table. A few minutes later, they bring us a bottle of Reiki and a carafe of ice water. Ulysses takes a mouthful and lets out a long sigh. I don't know where to begin. I've dreamed of this moment for so long, when we'd finally find each other after all our wanderings. And now, when you're finally here, right in front of me, I can't find the words. Sympathise. I understand. After all these years, it's difficult for me too. Ulysses laughs. Tell me, Alice, what's your life like? You seem different, and yet I also get the sense of finding you again. I don't know if what I'm saying makes the least bit of sense. So tell me, are you happy in this reality? Yes! I think it over before I reply. Yes, I think I'm happy. In any case, happier than I was. I promise you I did everything I could to spare you. I sacrificed our relationship so you could be free of the record, but in the end, it didn't work. What do you mean you sacrificed our relationship? Ulysses takes a deep breath. In the original reality, we were together. We were happy. You were in a band and you helped Mark and me in the store when you could. Let him continue. I want to know. I tense up as I realise what Ulysses is telling me. Somewhere deep down, I had already suspected this. I decide not to interrupt, to let him go on. That damn record came into our lives and turned everything upside down. We wanted to understand what it was, where it came from. We followed up the leads together. First Paris, then the Commune in Bavaria. We were in London when it happened. We were preparing to go up to Boleskine to meet Arthur Pullman. That's where the Aeon Karos Lodge caught up with us. I was scared. I wanted to protect you. I went back into the past and I changed reality. I put you somewhere safe, in a world where you'd never heard of the record. That's why she worked in a bank when it totally wasn't her. Be understanding. I get it, Ulysses. Yeah, you made choices where you accidentally got him killed. The record, it corrupts everything it touches. I could easily have made the same decision as you. I know now, Alice, it was a mistake. Madness. I realised straight after I'd done it. I hated myself. I wish I hadn't done it. The lodge was still after me. It had changed nothing. What happened after that? I abandoned the idea of going up to Bolskine. I thought the lodge knew it was our next destination, and I was almost sure it would be intercepted by Ava or one of her fanatics. I backtracked to Paris. When I realised they were still on my heels, I sent the record to you in Bordeaux to prevent it being stolen from me. And sure enough, my intuition was right. They tried to steal it that very night. I waited a few days for them to let their guard down a bit, then I took the train for Bordeaux, where I discovered that you were gone. I started to track you down, first Paris, then London. Each time I missed you by 1 or 2 days. So while she was going from place to place trying to find him, he was trying to catch up with her. Then there was a void, a sensation of drowning in the nothingness of the cosmos. It seemed like an eternity, or perhaps a second. I don't really know what happened. She went back in time and accidentally got you killed. When I regained consciousness, I was here in Mykonos with a record in my suitcase and the vague memory of the precise moment in the past when you'd arranged to meet me in 4 years. What did you do after that? It took me some time to find my feet. I was in the other end of Europe. I tried to understand what had brought me here. When I tried to find you, that wasn't a mean feat. From Mykonos with my limited finances. When I saw that loser Eddie Black was headlining a European tour, I said to myself that perhaps he would know what happened to you. And you realised that Eddie Black was a long way from being a loser, did you? Yep, I guess you could say I misjudged him. Right, now it's your turn to tell me. I've got a feeling that your adventures have been even more exciting. I take a breath, then I tell him everything, from the beginning, all in one go. Bordeaux, Jean-Baptiste, who I hadn't thought of in months. The record, Paris, and then London. Patricia. Then Glasgow, listening to the record again. Arthur Pullman, discovering Ulysses' death and the new reality. Prague. Finally, my new life. He listens carefully without interrupting as the sun descends little by little towards the sea, lengthening the shadows beneath the awning. Then I stop talking. Ulysses takes a minute to take on board all this new information. So I was dead and you brought me back to life by changing the past. Yes. Now I understand that sensation of emptiness when I had trouble shaking off when I woke up here in Greece. By the way, you haven't told me why you asked me to meet you here specifically. Wouldn't it have been simpler to meet at Athens or at least near an airport? Ulysses gives me a roguish smile. There's something I wanted to show you. Come on. He stands up, picks up his fat hiker backpack, which leans against the table leg, and sips it on. Then he digs a few coins from his pocket and drops them on the table to pay for our drinks. We cross the village in silence and go down the road toward the coast. After several hundred yards, we reach the site of an archaeological dig. Part of the excavation site has been covered up with tarpaulins. Another part suggests the remains of an ancient temple which would have been built here a few millennia ago. Apparently the site was only recently discovered. The dig had been halted because of a budget cut, and we're quite a long way from the tourist zones. It would seem the authorities haven't taken the trouble to close the area off to the public. Come on. Ulysses beckons me to follow him. We go around the excavation zone and then retrace our steps on the other side. Behind us, the sea sparkles below. From this point of view, we can see the frontispiece zones which have been unearthed and which display some astonishing carvings. The right side is missing, but on the left side we can make out the kind of chimera, half woman, half eagle, which appears to guard the central part, which depicts a kind of music box, its shape almost anachronistic. Did you know that at the start, in mythology, the sirens weren't fishwomen but birds with the torso and face of a woman? I turn to Ulysses, which means that he smiles at me. Yes. When you told me to flee 4 years ago, it would seem that I decided to go in search of the origins of the record, but not the origins of our plastic disc, the true origins, and it brought me here, to this mysterious temple which appears to pose a real puzzle to the archaeologists and historians who have studied its history, according to the information I've been able to gather. It's the place of worship of a very ancient Gnostic sect, and our record is the result of rediscovery of an ancient knowledge which would have been first found here. Are you familiar with the discography of Magma? I can't read Magma without thinking of Austin Powers' Magma. No? Doesn't ring a bell, sorry. They're a French rock band who had their 15 minutes of fame at the beginning of the 70s. Kind of in the same movement of Soft Machine and Canterbury scene, I guess with a music that's both artsy and pretty crazy. Okay, but what's that got to do with us? I'm getting to it. Christian Vander, the drummer and the brains of the band, invented a language, Kobian, which most of their lyrics are written in. The goal of the language is to express emotions of a profoundly musical form. For example, if you stub your toe on the corner of a table, you wouldn't say, ouch, I hurt myself, but instead you'd scream with pain. Oh, I see the idea. It's entertaining, but I still don't get what you're looking at. Yes. In this language, there's a particular term. Zool. I raise a skeptical eyebrow. Zool? Yes, Zool. There is no Dana, only Zool. What Vander wanted to convey with the term is the idea of the perfect note at the perfect moment. A kind of musical ecstasy which allows us, human beings, to glimpse an instant of the divine. Ulysses puts his backpack at his feet and opens it. He takes out a 7-inch record in a familiar white sleeve. He looks at it for a minute, his expression unreadable, then he adds, I believe that this record, the music of the spheres, is the culmination of this quest for the absolute. He holds the record out to me. I take it. I've kept it safe until I found you again, Alice. It's out of the question for me to play it again. The record stole my life, our life. It stole the woman I love from me. Ulysses looks at me with wild intensity. He takes off his glasses to wipe away the tear which trickles down his cheek. I know you're not still her, the woman I loved from the very depths of my heart, Alice. And I know that I'm probably not me either, the man I was when we were happy together. Ulysses puts his backpack down again and takes out a little travel record player. He puts it down next to his pack. Then he pulls out a pair of headphones, which he places on the cover of the Tevez. It seemed appropriate to me that our story would finish in the place where the record's story began. Ulysses turns towards the sea, towards the horizon. Do what you want, Alice. I put it in your hands. Then he takes a few steps away towards the coast below. I take the record from its sleeve and hold it between my hands. Smash it! Smash it! Smash it, smash it, smash it! Undecided. No, I'm deciding. Smash it. Yes, destroy the record. I like listening to it, but no, we do not erase this. Smash it. I place the record on the ground and with one thrust of my heel, I shatter it. No divine justice strikes me down. Just the golden light of the setting sun over the Aegean. Ulysses has not turned back. He continues to look out to sea. Behind me, the lane leads down towards the village, towards the city, towards my life, towards Patrizia. Yay! Be a lesbian! Be a turquoise-haired lesbian! Before me, Ulysses. Perhaps the rebirth of a destiny in shreds, or at least the promise of something like it. You can still be friends. I walk over to Ulysses and take his hand in mine. He looks at me and smiles. I smile back. Then my eyes are drawn to the open sea. And I let the beauty of the world overwhelm me. My mind travels to the rhythm of a strange and intimate melody.
I've been wondering station of realities, in search of him, in search of me. And there I was, in hold of someone else's that I've been, in hold the halls of Alice's, were me and that's me, in the infinities of the real, in the colorless emanations of the ever-changing world of creation. Eyes kids around, different paths leading into different prisons, different tracks on the playlist of my life. That's where I found myself waiting inside of this void that slumbers across the roofs.
Okay, achievement unlocked, a big heart in a black leather jacket. Pop art. Bohemian life. Assured taste. High fidelity. Acid trip. High school sweetheart. Old books. Hermit. Mayfair Motor Club. Penny Lane. True French Woman. London Calling. Okay. Oh, you can select saves. Oh no. Okay. I'm like, can I go back and make different decisions? I will definitely replay that and make different choices. I'm really interested to see what happens if you don't destroy the record and she plays it one last time. What happens if she doesn't choose Patrizia? I want to know all the different choices. I'm happy with that ending. That for me is a happy ending. She gets to be a turquoise-haired lesbian in Paris. I'm so happy. The record is destroyed. I am so happy. Ava doesn't get her way. I'm so happy. I will, sometime in the new year, I don't know if I'll stream it or not, but I will sometime in the new year play this again and make all different choices. I really like that. I really like that. That was a really good visual novel. That was free. That was free with Amazon Prime Gaming. Remy, that was free, Remy. Look at Remy. He's eating pellets. Remy says have something to eat, everybody. Thank you for sticking around, Raiders. Have something to eat. Remy advises it, and you must always listen to Remy Labor. He knows about food. Bye-bye, everybody. Thank you for joining me. And I got a happy ending. Yay!
Eyes kids around.